it's me. I just wanted to send out a really nice thank you to the guys at Frsky, Frsky, for helping me out today. I was home off the road for a few days, and I don't like the transmitter that comes with the Scout, the little airplane trainer, right? It just doesn't. I know it does its job, but I don't like it. I like this radio. So you can put the Frsky 4-in-1 module right there, mounted in the back. It was easy for me to slide over the Lewis script on a PC. It was difficult on a Mac, but it was easy on a PC. And I plugged it in, and it worked. When it comes to programming computer radios, been around them for 20 years. They're all different. They all have their nuances and whatever. And Frsky is a much larger animal than some of the other brands. So this is my favorite radio right here, okay? I could only dream of having a radio like this when I was a young lad. This thing is amazing. Up here you can see, if I had my Scout plugged in and powered up, you would see the 3 cells come up there. I mean, that's pretty cool. The telemetry from the Spectrum receiver happens to come through this radio. I mean, that's pretty badass. Anyway, what I wanted to share with you and why I was very appreciative of the guys out there at Frsky. Steve was his name. I was beating myself up because I like to fly single stick style. But this here, they call it an extension knob, or some other people call it a joystick. I call it a rudder knob because that's what I use it for. I finally made the call. I didn't find the answer on YouTube. I didn't find the answer on Facebook or any other forums. So I called the guys and they answered. Steve picked up the phone. And I said, "Hey, Mr. Steve, I'm having this problem." He goes, "Well, what's going on, Mr. Eddie?" And I said, "I cannot find the solution to this problem." I explained to him that I did the update, well, the most recent update for the radio altogether, okay? And that is since I crashed my airplane a few weeks ago. All right, it wasn't the radio's fault. It was the thumb's fault. Actually, it wasn't the thumb's fault or the radio's fault. It was because I was scatterbrained because I was concentrating on something else and not flying. And I put the wrong battery pack in my airplane, and that's why it crashed.
Hooray, pull up. Hooray, pull up. Too low.
A 4S battery pack in a 6S airplane doesn't make for a good situation. So, I crashed my airplane on this radio. I said to myself, well, we don't have an airplane right now. Let's update everything that needs to be updated. Receivers, transmitters, everything. We updated the transmitter. Okay? Not a big deal. I have to get my brain thinking Frsky because it's not just as easy as just pressing an update button. You have to put things there and things there. And I did that. I was successful. It was the same when you put in the 4-in-1 module. You had to slide over a Lewis script. Okay? No problem. Does it beat you up a little bit mentally? Hell yeah! I guess I like the abuse or something. Anyway, the subject of this video is, why am I thankful for those guys out in California? And I said, I can't figure out how to get this here extension knob to work for my rudder. And I'm beating myself up, and I'm beating myself up. Over 2 days, I probably put in 6 hours just sitting here no, it's got to be here. No, it's got to be there. That's got to be there. There are more guys out there like me that don't fly with sticks, all right? I just use this as a throttle. It will still work the rudder if you want to use it like that, okay? But this, in my world, is the rudder, and this is the throttle. Elevator, ailerons. It's not a big deal. That's just how I like to fly. All of my transmitters are like that. So I said, Mr. Steve. Jose was in the back, busting Steve's chops, right? So it was a good giggle on the phone. And they're like, Mr. Eddie, this is what you have to do if you want to get your extension knob to work. This is where it is. Watch what I do. You gotta go to the settings. You gotta go to hardware. You gotta go to pot slider settings. You gotta scroll up. Okay, so when I bought this transmitter, there were 2 knobs. I have removed the knob from this side because I don't fly drones. I don't need a knob over here. This is just a throttle for me. Okay, so I took this extension knob off the throttle side. That comes up, or would have come up, as extension 1. So I have it disabled. Extension 1, extension 2. Okay, so I had to enable extension 2 for the rudder to work. And then there's another thing over here and switches and something else. But that, I believe, is if you want that button to work. So check this out. After I figured that out, I'm like, well, it's going to work as soon as I enable that extension 2 slider on that display, right? So I come over here to mixes, and this is where I make this stupid knob work. So I press the plus button while I'm on the phone. I'm like, dude, I just want to do it, you know? So I press free mix. I go to first position. It doesn't matter to me what position. And then I name it. Let's just name it whatever. So we're going to name it. And then we're going to get rid of all this. Come on. And then we're going to name it here. We're going to put it rudder and extension because it's an extension right here, okay? And then we're going to make the source. And this is where it was not coming up prior to my phone call with the Steves. So watch this magic right here. This is where the magic happens. Boom! That wasn't coming up because when you do the update, it changed where that was located. I don't know if I'm wrong about where it was located, but I couldn't find it. And I know this radio pretty good. So once you have that extension 2 selected, you can scroll down here. So you press the output and you want to select channel 4 for the rudder, and Bob's your uncle. Alright, there you go. Controlling the rudder on your airplane. It doesn't really get easier than that. Let's see, what's extension 2? Source? Yeah. Rudder extension, channel 4, extension number 2, which is right here. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you, Frsky guys, for helping me out. I appreciate you. And unfortunately, I have to go back to work.
No! God, please,
Toodles.
no! No!